Member of the hit Latin boy bands Menudo and MDO, has his first solo album coming out this summer. We'll hear some of his selections as Grullón prepares to come to Fort Myers for the Latin Dance Live Festival next weekend in downtown Fort Myers. First, this news. Welcome back to Gulf Coast Live Arts Edition. I'm John Davis. A 3-day celebration of Latin dance, music, and culture is coming to Fort Myers this month. The event, running from Friday, April 20th through the 22nd, will include downtown Fort Myers' first ever Latin music walk and will include street performances, dance competitions, workshops, along with performances from dozens of national and international Latin stars. The longtime dance partner of Cuban Pete Aguilar, Mambo Queen Barbara Craddock, will serve as the event's cultural ambassador. And among the music stars performing at Latin Dance Live is our next guest, singer, songwriter, and producer Alexis Grullón. Grullón was selected out of hundreds in a worldwide casting call to join the popular Latin singing group Menudo at the age of 14. He continued to sing, dance, and write music after Menudo when the group changed its name to MDO, and now he's president and director of AJG Productions based out of Miami, and he's preparing to release his first solo album this summer. Welcome to Gulf Coast Live.
Hello, John. How you doing today?
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. And I invite
great intro.
I invite our listening audience to join the conversation as well. You can call 1-877-428-8255. That's 877-GCU-TALK. You can send email to gulfcoastlive@wgcu.org. Find us on Facebook at WGCU Public Media or right on our statewide blog at wgcu.org/Florida Talks. And you've been singing, writing songs, and performing from a very early age, but your upcoming CD will mark your first solo album. When did you begin to pursue a solo career?
I think as soon as you get into the group, as soon as you get into music, you always want to pursue, you always want to do something on your own. I was a part of Menudo for 10 years. I started when I was 14 years old. And it was just something that was always there, you always want to be that solo artist. You always want to be the one in the middle. But it became a reality just recently. After I left the group, well, actually during the group, I started writing for the group. I started producing tracks that we performed in Menudo and in MDO, which is also it was like the newer version of Menudo. We made it MDO. It's just the abbreviation of it. But it gave us a chance to really get into it. It gave us a chance to make our own decisions, produce our own songs, write our own songs. And that's basically what started my career after the group. I dedicated these last 10 years to production, to songwriting. We worked with Jackie Velasquez. We've worked with Yolandita Monge, who's a big Puerto Rican star. And just I dedicated myself to the backstage of everything. I managed various artists. I used everything that I learned as an artist to manage and be responsible for different artists' careers. But it's my turn again, John. I think this is where I started. I started as a singer, and I always knew that at some point I would return to that. It's just sometimes you got to be patient and just let things happen and be ready for the opportunity. And I have a great song. I have a great team behind me, and we have a great production coming out in July.
Was it difficult to spend that time working behind the scenes after spending so much time being in the limelight?
I don't know.
Or were you kind of ready for it, maybe?
I really was ready for just some time off. It allowed me to take a little time away from the actual spotlight. It's really difficult to be an artist. It's really difficult to be, someone who's on the road, so many tours, seeing so many people. People think it's easy, but it's really difficult. So being backstage, being in the production side of it and the business side of it, it allowed me to take a little breather from that and actually see what was going on, because music has changed. Music has evolved within the last 10 years. Everything from the internet to downloading and all this kind of stuff has really changed the music. So I took a step back. I just wanted to be patient and made sure that I was doing the right move and just watching things. Sometimes you gotta take it slow for a little bit, and I did work hard. I really did, and I really appreciate the other side of business, because I only knew the artist side. I only knew like the get to the hotels, the Disney World side, as you know. I didn't know the actual phone calls that go on. I didn't know the actual, you got to travel a lot. I didn't know like the business part of it. Mm-hmm. So it gave me a chance to also absorb and learn on that side, and now I'm using that for my career.
And when will your new solo album be available exactly?
It's available we have the first single that's out now in iTunes. Mm-hmm. It's called No Lo Pienses Más. The actual album will be done it'll be out in July. So I'm looking forward to that. It's 10 songs, which I have put my heart and soul into it. I have different collaborations with different songwriters. We have Alejandro Jaén, which is a Spanish composer. Has written songs for written many hits, and it's good because it's getting back to being me. I am a singer. I started as a singer, and this is what I love to do. Even when I'm not on tour, I'm also here in Miami. You could catch me in any there's various local bars where we go out, and it's just a group of great musicians that when they're not on tour also, we get together and we sing. They're called La Línea, so you could check them out online also. But this is great because I'm back to my songs. I'm back to this career that at one point when I was 14, this was my dream. I wanted to do this, so I'm ready for it, John, and I'm excited. It's a reconnection with my fans because as you said, I was part of a really important group, Menudo, and Menudo. We actually did a reunion last year, and this is the reunion that basically sparked this soloist career again. We traveled to Peru, we did shows in Puerto Rico, we did shows in Canada, we did Colombia, and that tour brought me back to where I started, to Menudo, to my fans, to their support, and basically they all, they wanted to know when I was going to stop writing songs for other artists and start writing songs for me. So I basically did that, and I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at right now, John.
Excellent. Well, Alex, let's hear your new single, No Lo Pienses Más. And before we play it, I was hoping that you could just introduce it for us. What does this song mean for you?
The bottom line, No Lo Pienses Más, means just do it. It's a song. It's a great song about it's a love story that a person that you haven't seen in a while. You find this person again, and basically the translation is like No Lo Pienses Más. The direct translation is don't think about it. We love each other. We spent all this time apart, and now that we're here, let's love each other. Basically forever and happily ever after. But this is also kind of a message to myself. It was like, don't think about it anymore. You've been, with this career, you've been wanting to do this. You've been wanting to, make it happen. So just do it. And that's the song. No lo pienses más. Don't think about it anymore. Just do it. And it's also pretty much a message to my fans too. So back with them. And here it is. No lo pienses más. It's available on iTunes. Alexis Grullón. I hope you guys like it. Here we go.
Todo lo que hago me recuerda a ti. Tus besos, tu mirada llevo siempre en mí. Me encanta cuando ríes y me miras así. De verdad, para mí eres demasiado bella como lluvia cuando sale el sol. Caliéntame la piel con todo tu calor. Enséñame el camino para darte más. Entregar, separar todo lo que soy por ti. Me atrevo a cambiar todo lo que fui. Mi pasado queda atrás. No perdamos tiempo para amarnos lento. Necesito escuchar tu voz y espero que me llames on the telephone. Se aceleran los latidos de mi corazón, porque sé que tú y yo somos uno y yo por ti me atrevo a cambiar todo lo que fui, mi pasado queda atrás. No perdamos tiempo para amarnos lento. Este es el momento, no lo pienses más. Unamos los cuerpos, gritemos al viento nuestros sentimientos, no lo pienses más. Tengo que aceptar como tú no exististe otra igual, como un cuento de hadas hecho real, de mi sueño a la verdad. No perdamos tiempo para amarnos lento. Este es el momento, no lo pienses más. Unamos los cuerpos, gritemos al viento nuestros sentimientos, no lo pienses más.
That was Alexis Grullón's new single, No Lo Piensas Más. We're speaking with Grullón ahead of his upcoming performance at the Latin Dance Live Extravaganza coming up April 20th through the 22nd. Grullón will perform Saturday night, April 21st at the Harborside Event Center in downtown Fort Myers. To connect with him, give us a call. The phone number is 1-877-GCU-TALK. Comment on Facebook at WGCU Public Media or write on our statewide blog at wgcu.org/Florida Talks. And Alex, you were raised in New York City. Were you raised in a bilingual home?
I was. I actually was born in New York City, and we moved to Miami when I was maybe about 2. So I basically feel more like I'm from Miami. I feel like a visitor when I go to New York City. But Miami is basically my hometown. I was raised here. Yes, I was. My parents spoke Spanish to me always. But, in school, you learn English. I remember ESOL classes and stuff like that for the other students who weren't able to. But we live in Miami. It's crazy now how our language, Spanish and English, is spoken everywhere. And here, I mean, there's some places here where I don't even speak English. I go to somewhere and I'll talk in Spanish. So that's something that Miami is very diverse in that, and I was raised in that. I was raised in that. I have a lot of friends from different countries, and just Latinos invaded. I was one of them.
Well, and tell us a bit more about your early life. Did your family encourage you to pursue the arts?
I was actually into sports, John. I loved baseball, and I actually still practice baseball. I have a team on Sunday, and I play in a men's league, and I manage a team. So I'm kind of fulfilling still my passion for the sport. But when I was 14, I auditioned for Menudo. I was part of my school's drama program. I was part of my chorus, school's chorus, and I was really active in the arts. But I didn't think about it as being I didn't think I would be a singer. I thought I would be maybe I liked acting. I liked the stage. I liked I was the host for talent shows, and I was the announcements. I was the voice for the morning announcements in my
over the PA system.
Over the PA system,
yeah.
I remember it. I remember clearly. Every morning I would have to be there earlier, and I would stay after. But it was great because it was something different. Yeah, I'm an 8th grader. I'm a 7th grader, but I'm doing different things around the school. I was really involved in all of my school's activities. I ran for school president. I ran for, everything that I was able to do to help the school and to be involved. I was doing that. But I never saw myself as a singer. I never saw myself, on stage. But I got to thank my chorus teacher, Steve Mitchell, who took me. He took me himself. He said, look, we have this fax, because back then it was fax machines. We have a fax with an open casting. There's an audition for a Latin group, and you look like you fit the part. I think you could do it. So he took me along with a couple of other friends, and my whole issue that day was I wanted to get back at 6 o'clock because I had a baseball game. So whatever you did to take me to this audition, whatever, I had to be back at 6 because I had to play my game. So I did my audition. I sang, I danced, I went to my game, I made it on time, I changed in the car, did the whole baseball player thing. And as soon as I got home, my mother and my parents and everybody were really excited. Alex, you got to get ready. The people from Menudo are coming over to see you. They want to see you tonight. They want to, they were interested in you, and they want to do some more auditions, and they want to, ask some more questions. So it was great for my family, but I really wanted to rest that night.
Sure.
So I took my time. I took my cold shower, and I put on my pajama. I didn't even get dressed for Menudo back at that time. So that was pretty funny. I did the Menudo interview in my socks.
Wow.
But it was great. It was the beginning of something amazing. I wouldn't change it for anything. I mean, the experience of traveling, the experience of seeing different things around the world. I was able to visit Asia. I was able to visit Europe, South America. I mean, I traveled so much. I saw so many things that you can only see on the internet, or a lot of things that you would just see in books. I've been blessed with that. And I got to thank Menudo for that. It really taught me about, I was really a mature kid at such a young age. I started traveling at 14. And at 14, I was already in Venezuela. I was already in Colombia. Yes, you have 4 other members that are with you, and you have a team management that travels with you, but you're alone in the world. So I was I was a man at a young age, and I had a lot of responsibility, and it's a good thing, because that's the same discipline that I carry today with everything that I do, and I really have to thank Menudo and MDO for that.
And at the time that you joined, you were the first member of the group to be of Dominican Republic descent. Was that a big deal at the time?
It was a big deal. Menudo was always known for... Menudo is a Puerto Rican group. It was born in Puerto Rico in 1977. And at the time, it only had Puerto Rican members. In 1991, when I got in the group, they changed it a little bit. That's the first time that they did auditions outside of Puerto Rico, and that's the audition where I was at. I was proud. I am proud to be a Dominican. My family is from Santiago in the Dominican Republic, and although I don't, although I was not born there, I really feel Dominican, because both of my parents were there. I was born in New York, and I'm a proud American also. But it was something great for me, because when I went back to my country, I was recognized as the first Dominican member to be in the group, and that's great. I mean, I think your country is your country, and I am a Dominican American, or an American Dominican, or either or.
Either or. We're speaking with singer, songwriter, and producer Alexis Grullón of MDO and Menudo fame. He's coming out with his first debut solo album this summer, and he'll perform in downtown Fort Myers April 21st as part of Latin Dance Live. If you'd like to join our conversation or ask a question, give us a call. The number's 877-428-8255. That's 877-GCU-TALK. And we've been talking a bit about the past, but I wanted to look a bit at what you're doing now. Tell me about your production company, HAG.
HAG Productions is a company that I established. I started when I started writing songs for different artists when I got out of Menudo. I started, running into different talents, and I started developing talents. I have a rock band by the name of Fat King Booyah. I have Melvin Cabrera, who is he's an actor. And what I do is I write with these developing artists, and they become part of my company. They become part of my publishing company, and basically, you know, I when I see talent, I gotta help it. You know, there's some things, you know, you obviously are looking for that next big hit, and yes, that's what you want to do, but really, I just like writing music. I love music. I've written with many songwriters that I admire, and it's a special thing to see a song, you know, start from a chord and a line to becoming a production where you have, you know, the studio sessions. I mean, I love getting lost in the studio. I love, you know, going to a session at 1 o'clock and getting out, you know, and it's nighttime already, and I don't even know what time it is. There's a special feeling that goes inside of doing something like that, and I like to, you know, the same way that somebody gave me an opportunity to fulfill my, you know, dream or talent. Well, when I see talent, I want to give that back. I want to, you know, at least give them a chance to write, to be inside of a studio, to feel what it's like.
Sure. And what can folks in the audience expect at your concert at Latin Dance Live here in Fort Myers?
Well, we have a little presentation at Latin Dance Live. I'm going to be part of the events. They have many events going around the 3-day, a lot of activities, a lot of galas. I'm basically going to do a small presentation of my single and a few tracks off the new album. I think that something like this is... I feel honored to be a part of anything that has the word Latin in it, because I am a Latin American, and this dancing is really cool. I think it's a competition. Actually, it's going to be a presentation of many talents. I think Ed Lopez and Bob Encarnacion are doing a great job with organizing it, and they have some very cool things happening. So I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'll be singing No Lo Pienses Más. I might be singing a little bolerito there, and maybe some other things. But most of all, it's just being with the Latin community of Southwest Florida and reaching out.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go out this afternoon, because we are just about out of time, unfortunately, but with a song that you had co-written, No Puedo Olvidar. Can you tell us a little bit about that selection?
No Puedo Olvidar it was my first #1 hit with Menudo, with MDO. This is a song that I co-wrote with Tommy Torres, who is an amazing producer right now. Didier Hernandez was a part of a member of the group also, and Abel Talamantes. These were members of the group, and these were one of the first songs that I wrote that were actually recorded, and we had a #1 with this song. It was great for the group at the moment, and we even got some ASCAP awards and stuff. So it was a great song for us. It was a great song for us, and it was a great song for my production company and for my publishing also. No Puedo Olvidar, MDO.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Alexis Grullón will be performing live April 21st at 8 p.m. at Harborside Event Center in downtown Fort Myers as part of the first Latin Dance Live. Information and links are wgcu.org/Gulf Coast Live. This is WGCU, Fort Myers 90.1 FM, WMKO Marco 91.7 FM, NPR for Southwest Florida. For Richard Chinqui and Luke Martin, I'm John Davis. Have a great afternoon.